welcome back, Clash Fitness. Now today, a quick open water swim. I want to try out the Garmin 920 to see if it's as unreliable and as erratic as the 310 XT in open water swimming, or whether it can actually do a decent job. Okay, but before we do that, a lot of people have asked me questions about wetsuit, what is the best wetsuit to buy for triathlon, for open water swimming, and also how to put your wetsuit on, that sort of thing. So number one, the best tip I can give, especially if you're new to triathlon, is to buy an entry-level wetsuit. Okay, so this is an entry-level swimming wetsuit, an entry-level triathlon wetsuit. Cost me £99 over 3 years ago now when I started triathlon, and it's done me proud. Okay, it's done me absolutely proud. It's really buoyant and it's really flexible, so I can do all of my swimming strokes unabetted, and you know, for double, triple, quadruple the amount of money, what benefit am I going to see from spending all that extra money? Probably not very much. Okay, so I'm more than happy just swimming in an entry-level wetsuit, because if you want to spend the money, you can upgrade your bike, you can buy things like this. Whatever you want to do, I don't feel that wetsuit is the best place to invest your money. Okay, so I like to do everything as cheaply as possible. Like I said, I've had this for 3 years. It's durable, brilliant wetsuit. Okay, now a couple of tips for putting your wetsuit on. Number one, I always like to put it on wearing socks, and that is because you don't damage your wetsuit when you're putting it on, especially if you've got long toenails or anything like that. The wetsuit just slips on really easily. Okay, and again, make sure your fingernails are cut and not sharp when you put your wetsuit on. But you can also put carrier bag or gloves on your hands to let those slip through the wetsuit too. Okay. Tip number two, make sure you've hoiked your wetsuit up as much as possible. Okay, and doing this, number one, stops any air from getting into the wetsuit, but what it also does is allows you to have that movement in your upper body, so you can swim unabetted. Okay, and tip number three, a lot of people do this differently with the zip. I just like to have the zip underneath this seal here. Some people have it on top and try and rip it down and pull the Velcro away when you pull the zip down. For me, I don't tend to like to do that. I just like to open it and then pull, because anything that can go wrong just take you out of your mindset. Sometimes if it's above the Velcro and you pull it, quite a lot of times it's not going to actually work, and that just takes you out of that psychological area. Okay, I like to just come out, undo it, yank the zip down, easy, and away you go. Okay, they're my top tips. And top tip number four, always put Vaseline on this area where the wetsuit meets your neck. Most people recommend Body Glide because apparently Vaseline's no good for the wetsuit. Like I said, I've had this wetsuit for 3 years, always use Vaseline, never had a problem. But if you're concerned, use Body Glide. Okay, but for now, let's get in the freezing cold British sea. Plus I forgot one other tip, top tip: if you're swimming in cold water, like I always am, Steve Clash Fitness in the UK, don't forget to take a piss in your wetsuit, because it really makes a difference. Anyway, it's a nice swim. It's only around 700 metres, there's a few speedboats out there, so I didn't really want to take the risk. As I've said in other videos before, it's amazing how much easier it is to swim in a wetsuit. It's so buoyant, the wetsuit does a lot of the work for you, you just glide through the water. It's all good, so don't be afraid of taking that plunge into your first triathlon. Open water is the only way to do triathlon, in my opinion. It's all good. I'm going to upload this to Garmin Connect, and let's see how it's tracked on GPS. So don't forget to follow Clash Fitness on Strava to see how this is done. Okay, guys, as always, if you want to see more videos like this, click like, comment down below, share on social media, all the rest of it, you know what to do. Let's keep it rolling.